boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of She Plays Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. Today we're going to do the Starlight Festival of 2016 with lovely Kovu here. However, we don't seem to be quite prepared for Christmas just yet. Kovu, can you change that for us, please? Thank you very much. So, what is the Starlight Festival of 2016, you might ask? Well, that's simple. Well, it starts here in Ul'dah at this lovely lady right beside me with the Starlight Supplier and the Starlight Celebration Crier. Don't mind my Namming Ray minion in the back there. So, why don't we just go ahead and get started? Get right into it. This is it's a relatively okay length Christmas event. I think it's quite cute. So let's do it. Naughty or nice. And if we do this quest, we'll be rewarded with the Starlight Robe. Let's go ahead and accept. Why, if it isn't my favorite miracle worker from Starlight's past, might you be so kind as to lend me your aid once more? It would mean the world to the children. As you know, the Starlight Celebration is a time to celebrate the children of the realm, our hope and our future. As a Starlight celebrant, it is my sworn duty to see happiness and good cheer duly doled out to all boys and girls, particularly those whose daily lives afford them few reasons to smile. To that end, I've planned a special delivery for the younglings in the children's ward at Frondale's Frontistery, but I fear things have hit a snag. The parcel has vanished. I trust it has only been misplaced and not stolen. What black-hearted wretch would deny those poor children a rare moment of good cheer? I would search for it myself, but I fear my duties as a celebrant keep me from leaving my post. Might you be so kind as to go looking for it in my stead? Well, absolutely, we can't have the children without gifts this year, now can we? Oh, thank you, friend. With you on the job, I'm sure the children will be beaming with smiles within bells. The package is a large box, engraved with the mark of Frondale's Frontistery. One of my assistants say they saw a boy toting a similar box at the Ruby Road Exchange. Perhaps you might begin your search there? Should you find the parcel, pray deliver it directly to the registrar at Frondale's. You have my heartfelt gratitude for your assistance. And remember, it's not just me that's counting on you to work miracles. Oh, alright, well don't worry, we'll find it. Now it's gotta be around here somewhere. Here it is! Special delivery, hiding over here in the boxes. Hey, what are you Hey, where are you taking that crate? I hid it there for a reason, you know. It's what? I saw the mark on it and assumed it belonged to one of the physicians from the children's ward. I was only trying to have a little fun, I promise. I didn't mean to cause any trouble, honest. At least not for you. So just take it and do whatever you want with it. And don't tell anyone you saw me here, okay? I don't want to get into trouble again. Okay. Hello, Ravenhead Registrar. I have a package for the children. Greetings, adventurer. You have a delivery for me. I do. Thank the heavens, when the goods the celebrant spoke of did not arrive at the designated time, I feared the Starlight would be a lonesome one for our poor children. Pray tell, wherever did it disappear to? I see. Thank you for your honesty, and fear not. We will not punish the boy. The younglings here do not live easy lives, but they have good hearts. I shall do what I can to see that they have cause to smile today. On that subject, I ask one more favor of you. I realize we have troubled you enough already, but I'm certain it would bring the children no end of delight. If you would not be averse to helping us, pray speak with me again. Okie dokie. So you will lend us your aid. I cannot thank you enough, friend. As for the task at hand, I would deliver these presents to the children, but I fear they would find little joy and wonder in receiving them from the fusty physician, whose face they see every day. But one of Saint's little helpers, on the other hand, behold, I have the garb right here, and I'm certain it would most welcome become of you. My colleague by the door would be happy to show you into the children's ward whenever you desire. Meanwhile, I must look into the matter of that mischief-making boy. Thank you again, friend. When you see the children's smiles, you will know just how much your kindness meant to them. Okay, but I suppose we have to put this thing on, huh? There we go. Now we're looking a little more Santa-like. Gotta have our beard. Anyway, let's continue this main scenario. The registrar has told me everything. We thank you for your charity, kind adventurer. It would be my pleasure to show you within. Alright, let's go in. Have a little gander inside. Aw. Hello, genteel child. I have a present for you. Would you like it? Well, if it isn't a little helper, might you have a present for me? Oh, please say that you do. I don't. This is actually for me. You can't have it. My heartfelt thanks to you. I can only hope that the spinner hears my prayers that I might spend next Starlight with my family. Okay, yeah. So many people here giving presents to all the little children. Why, hello there, little helper. Might you perchance have a present for little old me? I do, and you're not a Childafell. Why are you not a Childafell? You're just a regular Lollafell. Oh, but you are truly too kind. I feared my letters would not reach the spinner from here. But I see now my worries were for naught. Pardon me. Do you have something for me? I do. It's a cough drop. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy. I'll get better by next Starlight. Just you wait and see. Oh, you're probably gonna be dead. You're so cute. A little helper? Do you truly have a present for me? I must be dreaming. Yes, here, child. Oh, thank you so much. This is the best Starlight ever. You have successfully delivered a gift to every youngling in the premises. One present, however, still remains. What? The child did not receive his present. He is not here to get one. You have my thanks, adventurer. Hearing the laughter of the little ones, I see you served as a most splendid little helper. But pray tell, do you perchance still have one present in your possession? I do. I suspected as much. Currently, we have 5 younglings residing with us, but one of them, a boy by the name of Rover, seems to have slipped outside unattended. No doubt that this is the selfsame boy you met not long ago, the boy who stole away with our Starlight gifts. But whatever would possess him to do such a thing? But this is no time for idle speculation. We must find him before he comes to harm. You will aid in our search, won't you, my friend? Once again, I am in your debt. Let us begin our search at the Ruby Road Exchange where you last saw him. I will await you there. Oh, what are you doing here, child? Oh, Father, can we stop at the stalls before we go home? We told your mother we would be home by the next bell, did we not? You wouldn't want to make her sad now, would you? I suppose you're right, Father. Well, I suppose she would not be devastated if we stopped off at one stall and bought her a little gift. What do you say? That kid doesn't seem very excited. Father. Oh, you're the adventurer from before. I've been a good boy since then, I promise. Oh, well, except for running away, I suppose. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause you trouble. Between you and me, I don't particularly want to go back, but I wouldn't want you to get into trouble too, so I will. You found Rover and convinced him to return, you say? You truly are a miracle worker, friend. Come, let us return to the children's ward. I simply must get to the bottom of the boy's most curious behavior. The registrar has told me everything. We thank you for your charity. Kind adventurer, it would please me to show you within. How many times must I say this, Revere? I do not mean to scold you, merely to keep you safe. Just promise me you will not go running off like that again. Everyone cares for you here, and this behavior of yours causes no end of worry. Liar! Nobody cares about me. I could die tomorrow and no one would shed a tear, so just leave me be, will you? Revere! Dear heavens, I am sorry you had to see that, friend. I know not what that boy is thinking these days. Revere! Uh-oh, he did. Worry not, friend. The boy's life is in no danger. I have already seen to his treatment. He should be back on his feet ere long. And yet it is fortunate we were close at hand. Why, if he had collapsed but a few bells earlier by on his own out on the streets. If you have a moment, I would speak to you in private. Pray, come with me. Revere's illness is not an especially complex one, but one of the herbs used in its treatment is quite rare and not easily come by. As such, his time in the children's ward has dragged on longer than any of us would have hoped. Moon after moon spent in the company of strangers. It would not be easy on any child, let alone one as sensitive as Revere. And yet he has fought his illness with admirable courage and nary a word of complaint. That is, until recently. For the life of me, I cannot fathom what has turned him into such a rebellious, sullen child. I only want to help him, and yet I am at a complete loss for ideas as to how I might do so. Alas and alack, whatever am I to do? Well, there's only one thing. Give up on the boy, let him die, you know. The whole Christmas spirit. Just playing. I'm not that heartless. Jeez Louise. Or am I? Alas, alas, and alack, is there nothing I can do to bring succor to the poor boy? Am I doomed to stand idly by as he descends further into a pit of hopelessness, self-loathing, and despair? My apologies. My emotions got the better of me for a moment. I often tell the children that even the most potent herbs and potions would not avail a patient who does not possess the firm belief that his condition will, indeed, improve. This is true for myself as much as it is true to my charges. Sadly, in the case of poor Revere, he seems to have all but given up hope. I cannot fathom what happened. He used to be such a sweet, sanguine child. I beg of you, friend, pray help me help the boy. Might you investigate into the matter, or that you might ascertain what ails his heart so? Thank you ever so much, my friend. I shall go speak with my colleagues at the frontistery to see if they might have any insight. Mayhap you could speak with the other children after your efforts as a little helper. I imagine they'd not be shy to share with you anything they might know. Alright, let's speak with the little toddlers. Hello, dainty little child fellow.
I saw Revere reading a letter the other day with a terrible grimace on his face. Mayhap something in the words upset him, or perhaps his sickness is acting up again. Revere? He hasn't seemed too happy lately. Who can blame him? When I think of how long I've been here so far from home, sometimes I can't help but cry too. Revere, now that you mention it, I haven't seen him smile much lately. We used to laugh together all the time. I wonder what happened. You would ask of Revere? Very well. I saw him reaching under his bed the other day, as if he were hiding something. Of course, I did not peek. I'll have you know that Mother and Father instilled me with the finest of manners.
Oh, well, you may not have peeked, but I'm totally gonna peek. He's in this room, right? I think so, yeah. Here we go. Nah, he's unconscious. He won't know. My letter now. Ah, welcome back, my friend. Have you gleaned any insight as to what ails poor Revere's heart?
I have. There's a letter right here.
What have we here? Ah, a letter to Revere from his father. While I am loath to intrude on the privacy of my ward, desperate times call for desperate measures. Let us see now. My dearest son, I promise I would be home for Starlight, but I fear that business calls. Pray forgive your father for his broken promise, and know that I shall return to your side as soon as I am able. I should have known. Revere's father is a merchant by trade, and his travels often take him to distant shores. Few things instill the boy with hope like his father's visits, but they've grown increasingly rare. Doubtless he prayed to the spinner for his father's return for Starlight, and was devastated that those prayers went unanswered. If this letter is the cause of his recent malaise, I fear there is little we can do to lift his spirits. Unless we could somehow find the man and convince him to... Wait, I believe I know someone who just might be able to come to our aid at such a time as this. I will go on ahead and investigate the matter. Pray join me and none at the Hustings Strip. I will explain there. Why is our raven-haired man conspiring with Lolorito? What is the chef's bane doing here? I want nothing to do with the Lolorito. Go away, little Lolorito. We'll have your head. Oh wait, that's right. Kovu knows nothing of Lolorito yet. Ah, friend, your timing is impeccable. With some help from an old acquaintance, I was able to ascertain the whereabouts of the poor boy's father. The acquaintance of whom I speak, an old friend of my departed mother's, and one with a vast web of informants and information at his disposal. He was more than happy to assist, for the right price, needless to say. But you needn't concern yourself with that, friend. What's important is that we found our man. As my source tells me, Revere's father is staying over in Limsa, awaiting a vessel that will take him across the seas to Rats-at-Han in the east. If we depart now, we might still catch him before he sets sail. I would go myself, but you must understand, I simply cannot leave the poor children entrusted to my care. And so I must call upon your generosity again this Starlight season. Pray travel to Limsa in my stead, that Revere's Starlight wish may yet come true. Oh, it's Revere's father! Why, yes, I am Revere's father. Whatever is the matter? Has something happened to my boy? It cannot be. I knew the boy was looking forward to a Starlight reunion, but to think a single broken promise would ravage his heart so. You must understand, friend, I want nothing more than to fly back to Uldar to Revere's side, but I simply cannot. No, a matter most pressing calls me across the sea. It is not merely a chance at profit and fortune that calls me eastward. I have, at long last, found a reliable source for the rare herb needed to cure my poor boy's disease. If I do not set sail on the next ferry, it may be moons, even years, till I find an opportunity like this. And so, as much as it pains my heart, I must go. I know not if it will suffice, but pray deliver this to my boy in my stead. It is a memento I had meant to give him when I returned from Rats-at-Han. Take it to him, and tell him this. Even when his journeys carry him to distant lands, your father's heart is ever with you. And with that I must prepare my journey. Thank you, my friend, and have a happy Starlight to you. On behalf of my colleague, I would thank you once again for your generous offer of aid. Should you wish to enter the children's ward, you need only speak the word. Your return, friend, but you return alone. Did the man elude your search? He did not. I got this present, though. I see. I can only hope that this gift will serve to rouse Revere from his doldrums. Pray take it to the boy, my friend. He should be back on his feet any time now, and given his recent behavior, I suspect he would rather receive the present from you than me.
Oakley dokley. He's not too far right. He's like right over here in the bedroom sitting on the bed. Oh, you're back. I've been a good boy. What? You have something for me? I do. Right here. From your daddy. From Daddy-O. A present. But the only thing I wanted for Starlight was a present from Father. His heart is always with me, you say. That's a stupid lie. If his heart was with me, then why isn't he here, like he promised he would be? Please, Robert, you must understand, your father cares for you more than anyone we know. Then why didn't he come back? Why is he sailing off to some distant land? Is coin so much more important to him than his own son? It is precisely because you are so important to him that he sails east, my dear boy. He sails out in search of a rare herb that will cure you of all ills, that you might live as a family once more. You're making things up, or aren't you? I swear on my own father's grave that I am not. This adventurer heard as much from your father's own mouth, didn't you, friend? So, Daddy doesn't hate me after all? On the contrary, Revere, your father just wants to see you well again, as we all do. Will you promise that you'll stop fighting us and work with us to overcome your sickness? You bet I will. I'll get over this and be back living happy with my dad in no time. Just you watch me. You go, Revere. Now that's the Revere I know. Might we speak in private for a moment, friend? I'll be at the front desk if you might spare a moment. Oh, golly dogley. Me. Oh boy. Damelot, you insufferable dolt! I swear I cannot leave my bumbling erstwhile apprentice alone for half a bell without him turning the cauldron over and making a right mess of everything. Master Severin, whatever brings you to the children's ward at this hour of the day? Are you deaf, dumb, or do you simply enjoy being intentionally obtuse? It's as I just said, you spectacular fool. I saw you running about town like a chocobo with its head removed from its body, and I deigned to interrupt my far more important research to see if my surpassing knowledge might be needed to rescue you from whatever miserable plight you've surely inflicted upon yourself. That is most kind of you, Master Severin. I am pleased to inform you that, thanks to the charity of this kind adventurer, the situation was resolved a few brief moments ago. I am quite sorry to have, troubled you so. What's this? Your face is unfamiliar to me, and I'm not particularly inclined to waste my time in getting to know you. But whoever you are, it would appear that you're more competent at my erstwhile apprentice's job than he is. Sorry. Yes, my apprentice, he may be a sappy, sentimental fool, but I suppose it's something to be said that the children's ward hasn't entirely collapsed under his stewardship. Though I dare say my regular visits have something to do with that, wouldn't you say, Director? Master Severin, your guidance is, as always, most welcome, but should you be taking this much time away from... Good gods, damn it! Why ever are you wasting my invaluable time when you know full well that pressing experiments demand my constant and undivided attention? I swear the next competent apprentice I find will be the first. I wonder what he says if you're actually in his apprentice at the time. Forgive me, friend, for not introducing myself sooner. My name is Demeliot, and I serve as director of this institution. Though in fairness, it is simply a position I inherited from my departed parents, and one that I even now struggle to prove myself worthy of. Nevertheless, on behalf of all my colleagues and the children placed in my charge, not that least of which is dear Robert, I offer my most sincere thanks for the boundless kindness and charity you have shown us this Starlight season.
In my own childhood, I was a patient here myself. I suffered from a most curious ailment. Whenever I drifted off to slumber, I knew not when I would waken again. It was only through the benevolence and goodwill of those around me that my condition did at long last abate. And so it was that, when I came of age, I resolved to carry on my dear parents' life work, that I might do my part to bring succour and solace to those in the greatest of need. A simple motive, mayhap, but one that more than sufficed. But I have rambled on long enough. I thank you once again for your kindness, friend. You are welcome in the ward whenever you desire. I am sure your presence would bring smiles to the faces of the children. Hooray! A daily quest is now available from Demiliot in the children's ward. Alright, a Starlight story. Adventurer, your return heartens the children and me as well. I know we have imposed on your generosity quite enough already, but I was wondering, might you be willing to spare a few moments of your time? In your travels across the realm, surely you have seen wondrous sights of which the children in my care could scarcely dream. It would be an ever so special Starlight gift to them if you could regale them with a tale of your adventures. What do you say? Oh, thank you, my friend. I am certain your story will bring them no end of wonder and joy. I will gather the children in the innermost room. Pray, meet us there when you are ready to tell your tale. Kind of wonder how limited I'm going to be since Kovu is not as far in the storyline as my other characters. Well, we're about to find out. Time to tell the story is a story. Time to tell the story is a story. Time to tell the children a story. Oh god, why is there wine here?
That's him, everyone. So what story will you tell us today? My friends and I do love a good tale.
Okay, so we have of fun and names of the Gold Saucer, of beasts wondrous and rare, of your adventures of Limsa Laminsa, of your adventures in Gridania, of your adventures in Ul'dah, of great nations and those who lead them. This one. Thank you, friend. Why, that was the most exciting stories I've ever heard. Well, everyone, I told you his stories would be the best. Indeed you did, Robert. Friend, your tale was such a rousing one that when I closed my eyes for a moment I could swear I was journeying at your side. But as is oft the case, joyous times pass swiftness of all, and the hour grows late. What say you rest here for the night, friend? This room is empty at the moment, and you have more than earned yourself a respite. I shall see you on the morrow. Oh? A little bug-eyed butter butter buddy. Butter buddy brought me a present. It brought me a present. Oh, what sold? Oh, 20 gil. What'd you get? Good morning to you, friend. Did you... you say there was something waiting for you under the tree. I did. This thing. Well, well, might it be that miracles are afoot, and the Saint Namia himself has visited us to personally bestow a gift on one of his favorite little helpers? But forgive me my jest. The children were so stirred by your tale that they simply insisted that they follow the favor in some way, and I was all too happy to oblige. Pray accept it as a humble token of gratitude from all of us at the Children's Ward for the kindness you have shown us this season. In your dreams, you say? Well, that is the most fascinating indeed. Mayhap the sound of me tiptoeing into your room at night stirred your imagination as you slumbered. Or mayhap, well, suffice to say that this is the magical season, and I would not be the least bit surprised if the spinner herself sought to prepare you for the miracles you have worked. At any rate, I thank you once more from the bottom of my heart for all you have done for the children. Should you have the time and inclination to share another of your tales, I am certain they would welcome it with ears and hearts wide open, as would I. And that concludes the Christmas event. Now, you get different cutscenes depending on which you select when you do the daily, and you can figure out all the different cutscenes each day. So, let's find out what we got from old Beastlikins. Let's go ahead and use this. Which is, some elegant bronze pieces. Cute little Christmas present. And thank you guys so much for joining me for this episode of She Plays Final Fantasy XIV in Realm Reborn, the Starlight Festival of 2016. And I will see you next time. And a Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy Holidays. And yeah, enjoy your night.